All right, welcome back for the second session of our final day here at TechCon 2025. I'm Andy Harmon. I'm the host of the Application Development and Runtime track. We're going to keep things rolling today by bringing one of our first day speakers back. Angel from our product management team is joining us again because we know how important this topic and how relevant this topic is. Angel's going to dive a little bit deeper into our Watsonx Code Assistant tooling from an AI development perspective. And just a quick reminder as well, if you've got questions, throw those out into the chat. We'll be monitoring that throughout the session. We might have some time at the end of Angel's discussion to catch some of those. And if not, we'll have our office hours at 2:30 Eastern, where you can join and talk live to many of the presenters who have presented throughout the day. So without further ado, Angel, I will turn it over to you to dive into Watsonx Code Assistant. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Andy. So there's a poll gonna be going out asking which code assistants you've used or know about. I hope that by at the end of this session, you're compelled to go ahead and vote completely for Watsonx Code Assistant. Earlier this week, we went ahead and talked about the future of IT automation. Today, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about the whole software development lifecycle and diving deeper into Java and accelerating the whole software development lifecycle. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. When we think about Watsonx, we think about why did we want to become a developer? Was it because we love debugging minor errors, documenting code, running tests? Or was it because we wanted to write code, problem solve, innovate, be creative every single day? I think that's more like it. So we came up with a radical idea. Can we turn the work of coding into an art form, into a craft? So get ready for your innovation to shine. Why are we doing this? IDC predicts that by 2028, there will be 1 billion net new applications fueled by generative AI. 1 billion. And for us developers and technical leaders, we know more code means more code to modernize, more apps to manage, and an ever-growing technical debt. So it's no wonder that business executives and leaders believe modernizing is central to their business strategy. But if 83% of them believe it's crucial to their strategy, why have only 27% of them started modernizing their workflows? Could it be because they don't have the skills? Could it be because it's complicated? Could it be because they don't have the tools? It's probably all of the above. 90% of enterprises feel the pain of skill shortages. Applications that have been built 10, 20, 30 years ago, that skill gap is gone. And this problem is not a problem of next year, not even of tomorrow. It's a problem of yesterday and today. 51% of these businesses already feel this pain. And when you take into account the challenges of not upskilling, not modernizing, what you're going to go ahead and experience is $6.5 trillion in estimated costs due to delay in product releases, reduced customer satisfaction, and lost revenue. Thankfully, the WCA revolution is here. And our revolution starts with our foundational code assistant. Our WCA Code Assistant is a general purpose coding assistant that leverages the power of Granite to go ahead and accelerate your software development lifecycle, supporting over 100 programming languages with a special focus on Java and Java modernization. Now, why Java? The IBM strategy is to go ahead and leverage our fit-for-purpose Granite code models to go after areas we know best. We believe no one knows Java better than IBM. With over 10,000 customers on our WebSphere, Liberty, and Red Hat runtimes. We also believe no one knows Ansible better than IBM. And so we've gone ahead and leveraged that same approach to accelerating the development of Ansible playbooks. And we believe no one knows the mainframe better than IBM. Heck, we invented it. So, all of this is powering your software development lifecycle, powered by IBM Granite. Why is Granite so important? We love building on our IBM Granite foundational models because they're open sourced under Apache 2.0. It has seamless deployment and control over environments, models, and proprietary data. It's performant. It has those fit-for-purpose models, and it's designed for scalability that allows us to go ahead and execute on our strategy, to go after areas we know best. And it's trusted. You can go ahead and access our papers and see all the data that went in, all the techniques we used, to really understand how IBM Granite came to life. It has IP identification and is a leader in responsible and safe AI. All of this comes together as we build an enterprise-ready and enterprise-grade AI for code assistant to address skill gaps and increase productivity for the use case we know best. So today I'm going to walk you through how we go ahead and put all of this together for our AI-powered coding tasks, for your ability to go ahead and converse with it. We're going to go ahead and show how we help drive Java modernization. We'll tell you a little bit more about our prompt engineering and our RAG approach, and show you how you can access all of this. Use our free trial at the end to go ahead and experience this either on SaaS or on-premise. When we think about how we built Watsonx Code Assistant, it starts with the IBM Granite code model. And it locks in on thinking about the whole software development lifecycle. Developer productivity is not defined universally yet. And there's different pockets where you can go ahead and accelerate. And we lock in on these key components to accelerate the entire software development lifecycle. From understanding your application and runtime environment. Oftentimes we inherit code bases that are outdated or poorly documented. And lots of time is spent just discovering what this is and how to move forward. Once you understand it, you need to plan it. And we're innovating quickly here with our agentic approach of developing a game plan for work that's assigned for you, whether it's creating net new code or modernizing code. And then actually doing the transformation for you with the combination of automation, advanced rules, then generative AI with our fine-tuned large language models, and then in between, leveraging agents to connect the dots. Validating this with tests you yourselves would create our test technology is all about naturalness, the completion rate. And our approach has been accepted at conferences and won distinguished awards for our approach. Deploy this with automated processes, which I talked in an earlier session around everything that we're doing today around Ansible and what we will be doing with Terraform, and helping you put it all together by maintaining runtime insights so you can accelerate that overall workflow. So the first step is these real-time AI code recommendations, so that you can go ahead and code faster with WCA, Watsonx Code Assistant, that suggests AI-generated code as you type in within your favorite IDE. VS Code, Eclipse, and coming soon IntelliJ. You're able to go ahead and do that in Python, Java, JavaScript, TypeScript, C, C++, and Go as our tier 1 programming languages. But there's hundreds more you can access. And you're able to go ahead and enhance that developer productivity by generating single line, multi-line, entire functions of code, or using our autocomplete. You're able to go ahead and chat. How do I get started? What does this mean? And leverage all of those capabilities all in plain English. And with our new model, you're going to go ahead and be able to do that in Spanish, Portuguese, Korean, French, German, and many more. I mentioned understand. So often we see that before you can do something, you have to understand what the problem is and what's happening. And with our code explanation capabilities, you're able to go ahead and gain a view of the external dependencies that may be impacted so you can form a better game plan. You're able to go ahead and modernize your enterprise Java code. Here's where we've doubled down, really thinking thoughtfully about big challenges our enterprises are facing. Java 8 is going out of support in 2026. There's a need to go ahead and get to the latest in order to be able to enjoy all the benefits, remove that technical debt and the security gaps that may be caused, and enjoy that boost in productivity that you get from being on Java 21, 22, 23. And we know Java versions are released every 6 months or so. And so here we think about the whole process of modernization, and we impact every part of it, as you'll see. Focusing on 2 approaches. One is, if you're a WebSphere customer, you're in luck. We can go ahead and help you modernize end-to-end from traditional WebSphere all the way to the runtime we recommend, Liberty. Or regardless of runtime, if you want to upgrade your Java versions, go from Java 8 to 17 to 21, you can go ahead and do so as well. So let me show you how this all comes together to build net new applications and also modernize an enterprise Java application.
With IBM Watsonx Code Assistant, your development teams get everything they need to code smarter, not harder. The enterprise-grade AI code assistant combines the power of generative AI with advanced automation to help your teams understand their environment and plan for modernization, transform their code with the help of generative AI, validate new code with generated test cases, deploy modernized applications with automated processes, and use runtime insights to support the entire code lifecycle. Here's how it works. Let's say you need to add a new front end to a Java application built with Spring Boot and MyBatis, but you're not familiar with the app structure or functionality. In fact, when you first run the app, you encounter an issue. And although the Spring test report has identified the root cause, the purpose of that file is unclear. Here's where Watsonx Code Assistant comes in. Using the code explanation feature, you can get more context on the entire file and see the specific method that seems to be causing the issue. Watsonx Code Assistant reveals that an incorrect status code is being called here. After fixing the code, you can run the test again and verify that everything is now successful. The fix has been quick and easy, and you haven't had to disrupt the workflow of anyone else on the team. Plus, you can then use Watsonx Code Assistant to add natural language documentation into the code, so future work can go even faster. Now it's time to create a new front end for the app. In a new chat window, identify the API endpoint for Watsonx Code Assistant to use in its code. Next, instruct the AI to generate a script for creating a new user. For additional context, you can show it how to call the specific endpoint via the terminal. After pasting the generated code into the HTML file, you can run the app to check for any errors. In a matter of seconds, the AI combines a new API endpoint created in Java with a curl command from the terminal to generate the JavaScript for use in the new HTML form. But what if you'd like to fine-tune the user experience? Watsonx Code Assistant can help with that too. First, let's make the code a little more professional. Simply ask the AI to separate the script into its own file while maintaining context from the existing chat history and other existing files. Next, you can verify that the functionality is still correct. Now it's time to improve the visual appeal. In a new chat window, ask Watsonx Code Assistant to create a style sheet to make the UI look nicer. With these adjustments, your form looks much better, and the styling is neatly organized within a style sheet. In this next example, you've been tasked with migrating a WebSphere application to the Liberty runtime, a lightweight Java runtime that's ideal for all kinds of native cloud apps. To begin the migration, you can use Watsonx Code Assistant to scan the WebSphere app. It will analyze your code base, configurations, and runtime environment. Once the scan is complete, you can upload the migration bundle, created in IBM Transformation Advisor. This will identify compatibility issues, deprecated features, and configuration differences between WebSphere and Liberty. Watsonx Code Assistant adds the necessary configuration files for the Liberty runtime. When you click on Automated Fixes, the AI shows a detailed report of all the migration issues, categorized by severity and impact. You can then run pre-configured recipes that automatically resolve the issues and make any necessary code changes. Click on Run Automated Fixes to have Watsonx Code Assistant run the rules-based automations and resolve the identified issues. The AI will always leverage advanced automation before invoking our specially trained Java model. Rebuilding the application and refreshing the scan confirms that most issues are fixed. However, there are times when even advanced automation falls short, and you need the help of generative AI. Here, Watsonx Code Assistant links directly to the problematic code and provides guidance on what may be at fault. By selecting the code in the editor and clicking Help Me, the AI generates both the code as well as guidance on how to resolve the issues. Within just a few clicks, Watsonx Code Assistant has suggested code changes and added them to the application in the editor. Plus, when you continue to chat with the AI, it provides a contextually relevant conversation about the migration. It's like having an experienced tutor by your side. Once the changes have been applied, you can rebuild the code and refresh the screen to confirm there are no remaining issues. From debugging, the code generation, to full app modernization, Watsonx Code Assistant accelerates the entire development lifecycle. Empower your teams to work smarter with AI and fuel innovation at every level.
I hope that poll number is going higher and higher for Watsonx Code Assistant. But if you're not convinced just yet to go ahead and get started with our free trial and experience this firsthand, let me tell you a little bit more about what we're doing internally at IBM to drive our developer productivity. What I love about this product is that it's developers building this product for developers. And we've been on a long journey of leveraging our generative AI and Watsonx Code Assistant to empower all tens of thousands of IBMers to go ahead and use Watsonx Code Assistant to make their job easier, better, and to make coding even more fun. Last year, we had our annual Watsonx Challenge, where we invite employees from around the company to go ahead and use generative AI to overcome a challenge. Now, Watsonx Code Assistant was being built at this time, was being adopted as client zero internally, and we had a small team of relatively new IBM developers who said, let's go ahead and use Watsonx Code Assistant because I got a problem. The problem was that they had inherited this code repository of over 50 code repositories containing about 750 JavaScript files. This code base was large, poorly documented, and the team was looking at weeks upon weeks of manually analyzing this in order to decipher and properly document the code. On average, it took the team over 3 minutes to understand a file's purpose. Now, as developers, we go ahead and believe we should go ahead and automate. Thankfully, they had Watsonx Code Assistant. So as part of this challenge, they leveraged Watsonx Code Assistant. And here's the result. They used code generation to generate a script to scan all the JavaScript assets and flag those requiring documentation. Great. Then they used our code explanation capabilities to analyze code to provide a one-sentence summary of each file's purpose and functionality. 3, code documentation. They were able to go ahead and leverage Watsonx Code Assistant to generate high-quality code documentation and address the knowledge gaps in the code base. What would have taken them months can now be accomplished in a week. And the team can now focus on more strategic activities, and I would say, selfishly, more fun activities, while still maintaining a high level of code quality and explainability. The end result is that team was able to go ahead and save 90% of their time in understanding and documenting code, and improving by 15x how much faster they were able to go ahead and summarize the entire contents of a JavaScript file. 3 minutes per asset, 3 minutes per file has now become 12 seconds. Still not convinced? Okay, let me go ahead and share some more. The way we build is we leverage Watsonx Code Assistant to build Watsonx Code Assistant. We leverage Watsonx Code Assistant also to test that through the tens of thousands of developers within IBM. There's countless examples from the CRE office using Watsonx Code Assistant to quickly identify a root cause issue for a customer problem that leads to better NPS, to teams leveraging Java and have code repositories that need to be upgraded from Java 8 to 21 and then re-platformed to Liberty, and seeing how Watsonx Code Assistant can accelerate that understand portion of their problems by 99% and then improve their overall transformation by over 75%, leading teams to go ahead and say that they can save 9 years, 9 developer years for as little as just 50 Java applications. But then we also go ahead and work with our customer advisory board. So if you're interested, please reach out. For customers that want to work closely and innovate with IBM. Customers like RQ that came to IBM and said, our customers are experiencing a huge dilemma and a huge challenge around Java modernization. This Java 8 problem is on the minds of all of our customers. IBM, can you help us? And leveraging Watsonx Code Assistant to automatically transform and modernize 80% of their traditional WebSphere code into Liberty, and then increase their test coverage to 90%. Their CEO said, I am so grateful and excited to be working with IBM, and I'm bullish about the future of generative AI with Watsonx Code Assistant. And this is extended time and time with our interactions across the use cases we know best. For example, Westfield Insurance, based out of Connecticut, being able to go ahead and use Watsonx Code Assistant to reduce by 80% the time it takes to understand a COBOL application. Or Water Corporation, which was able to use our Ansible Lightspeed capabilities to cut development efforts and associated costs by 30%. So before I close, I just want to say how incredible it has been to be on this journey to accelerate the software development lifecycle. Watsonx Code Assistant, this revolution to make coding easier and fun, is here. We are helping tens of thousands of our developers increase their developer productivity. We're helping thousands of customers find value throughout different parts of the software development lifecycle, from understanding code bases, planning their modernization, doing the actual transformation with the combination of automation and generative AI, helping them build net new applications, helping them test it with tests they themselves create, all the way to DevOps and maintaining their lifecycle. Watson Code Assistant is the answer. What's the question? And with that, I want to go ahead and thank you all for listening to how WCA is revolutionizing the software development lifecycle. If you're interested in trying this out, we have a free trial. You can go to our website, lock it in, no credit card, and you can leverage these capabilities. Or if you want to go ahead and co-innovate with us, please reach out and you can join our customer advisory board. With that, I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to Andy.
Thanks, Angel. And Angel, there was one question in the chat. It just simply stated RPG code modernization ? So, do you want to talk about what we're doing there a little bit?
Happy to. So we're quickly innovating, and I'm happy to say that again, areas we know best, IBM knows RPG really well. And so right now, if you're interested, feel free to reach out. We are building these capabilities out, and if you want to go ahead and test it, we can go ahead and share more. So you can reach out. My email is angel@ibm.com. You can check down LinkedIn, or there's things that are part of TechCon. That's coming. I'm also going to go ahead and take this moment, Andy, if you don't mind, to talk a little bit more about what we're doing in the future. So this is today. As you all know, this space is rapidly adapting. We're making major bets on agents, but not on agents for agent's sake. We don't want to go ahead and buy into this marketing buzz. We are leveraging agents really strategically in different parts of the software development lifecycle. From debugging to helping do an agentic approach to test-driven modernization to helping you visualize and plan how you're doing development. Agents is a big thing. Context understanding, right? RAG, LoRa, fine-tuning, these are all great techniques, but we know that they're expensive and time-consuming. They don't always help you adhere to the coding styles and techniques that you need for your best practices. So we're doing great innovations there around code understanding and contextual awareness so that you can go ahead and have more meaningful results. And we're expanding our test coverage. We're very big on tests here at IBM. Right? We want to know that your work and your code works the way it's supposed to. So not just unit tests, but integration tests, change testing, end-to-end testing. And we want to go ahead and win Java. Right? Expanding the build tools and libraries that we have to offer. All of these things are coming to your favorite code assistant, Watsonx Code Assistant, very soon. All right, Andy, I'll pass it back to you.
Thanks, Angel. And that's a wrap for our second session for today. Angel, thank you again for a deep dive into this super hot topic. For the participants out there, we'd love to talk more. Feel free to join us in the office hours. Again, that's at 2:30 Eastern time today after the 4 main sessions wrap up. But for right now, go ahead and take the survey. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you liked, what you'd like to see more of, less of, etc. We're always looking for ways to improve the experience for you. And also, right after this session, you grab one more insight into Adam Shire's conversational assistance, AI. He's the co-founder of Siri. He's going to come back and give his last session of this event as well. And then we'll be back with the last 2 sessions of the track at 12:20. Hope to see you all there. And again, thank you for spending a better part of the week with us. Hope this has been helpful. It's been super exciting for me. I've been personally involved in the WebSphere brand since it launched in '97. And this is super exciting. It's the combination of the new technology, the new features and functions that we have from our JSphere suite that we've talked about throughout the week, paired with the exciting new capabilities in our AI portfolio and Watsonx Code Assistant. We're really positioning you for the best amount of success on this platform and whatever comes in the future. So take a break, grab some lunch, grab a snack, grab a coffee, listen to Adam Shire, and we'll see you guys back at 12:20. Thank you so much.